Cool. This is a review for this ASIN water pump. It's for a Gen 3, so that's a 2010 to 2015 Prius. And in the description, it says that it's new. And when you open it up, it is really, really clean. But I do not believe that this is new. So it has the part number kind of scratched off there. And if that was the only thing that was going on with this pump, I would say that, okay, yeah, so maybe they got these factory seconds and they can't sell them as Toyota, and they're actually new, but they just scratched that off so they could sell it without infringing on the brand name. But if you look at it, you can see other sort of marks. I'm not sure if that's clear, but I haven't taken this out of the bag. But you see like these abrasions here around the bolt holes. There are abrasions as well, indicating that this was installed and taken off of another vehicle. Like right there. And so what I believe is going on with these is that they are just remanufacturing these. So they're not new. I would consider it more refurbished, which is pretty misleading. Because the thing is that you don't know what exactly they did to these to quote unquote refurbish them. But my guess is that, especially since there are so many people on Amazon selling these, that they've identified that this is actually a really cheap problem to fix. So if you were replacing this, you probably had I think it was a P261B error code on your Prius that stated water pump failure. And from what I've seen online, the majority of these is a problem with this spindle in here. What happens is, I don't know what caused it to happen exactly, but this is the one that I took off my my Prius. So you can see here that this little rotor mechanism is split. In here, it's just a bunch of magnets, and a field is generated in here that causes it to spin. This is an electric pump, not one run by the engine that you'd see on most ICE cars. So this part right here, I was able to buy for, I think it was around 25 bucks. It was definitely less than $30. I saw a bunch of different listings, but I just chose one of them, and I wasn't 100% sure that would fix my issue, but I figured I'd roll the dice and I'd take a shot at it, and it turns out that was the issue. You can see, so if you are running into this issue, you can see that this rotor doesn't come out on its own. There's a washer here and a little rubber gasket here. This little rubber ring is holding it on. Essentially, you just pop that off, pop the washer off, and then this whole assembly just slides out. You just drop in the new one, and then you replace that, replace the washer, replace the little ring gasket seal thing there. This one comes with a new seal, but you can buy your own. Buy another OEM seal. I think it was like $7, and just replace it, and you're all set. The majority of these, like I said, the majority of the faults with these water pumps is this, and so I think that what a lot of companies are doing is they're buying these pumps. They are going they're like just fixing this thing. They're cleaning them up. Maybe they do a quick test or something like that, and then they sell them as these kind of new parts, but really in they're remanufactured. And so you know, it's like you figure that there are probably a lot of mechanics and stuff like that that are that are essentially just giving these like, not really giving them away, right? But, you know, selling them for scraps, or they have, you know, deals with, you know, junkyards or something like that, right? When they get these in that are broken, they just, you know, buy them, they replace this, you know, wholesale, it's probably like a $15 part, and then they sell it back to us for, you know, I think this was like around $200. So I think that that's what's going on with these. And if you do have this issue, before I would buy one of these remanufactured ones, I'd probably just replace the rotor. Probably the reason why you see a lot of these, like why they're able to do this and get so many of them, is because you know, when like an actual shop replaces this, they're not going to replace that rotor, right? Because they have to warranty the work and, you know, things like that. But if you're buying this, you know, and you're fixing it on your own, right, because you want to save, you know, that money and labor or whatever, you know, I think altogether it took me about, you know, 2 hours to get this one off, get the new one on, you know, so if you can, you know, save, you know, almost $200 or $150 at least, as well on just the parts, I would give it a shot, right? Worst case scenario, you still have the problem, and then you buy one of these remanufactured ones. Because I bet you these remanufactured ones, they work just as well as an OEM one, right? They probably are, for the most part, OEM, but, you know, you could have issues with, you know, maybe the control board in there and, you know, things like that. I'm not going to go ahead and open this up just to, you know, see all that. But I, you know, check the $25 part. If that doesn't work, then, you know, replace the whole one with one of these. It's probably gonna be better, because I think I was quoted around like $350 or $400 for a new one of these, and so for half the price you can get like a remanufactured one that's been, you know, probably tested and, you know, and works, or you can just shell out the $350 for a new one. I bet you a bunch of shops are just gonna go and they're gonna go to the Toyota dealership. They're gonna buy the parts, you know, for, you know, what they'll probably buy for like $250, and then they can probably, you know, charge you $350 for it, and then and so they can make money off that part, and then they know that they put a new part in there, so it's probably not going to be, you know, they're not going to have any issues with the customers coming back, right? Same amount of work for them to just, you know, use a new water pump versus, you know, replacing this thing. It literally takes 10 seconds to pop this off and get the new one on. So you know, it's probably worth it for, you know, a regular shop to replace it with a new one. But if you are doing this on your own and you're thinking about buying one of these anyways, try this part. If that doesn't solve your problem, then go ahead and replace it. But otherwise, I think you should be fine with just replacing the rotor. So I am going to be returning this because I do think it's misleading, and I was able to fix my problem with the cheaper option. But I just wanted to put this out there for anyone else that was in the same predicament as I was.